Hi guys, and welcome to your February 2020. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You for the beautiful sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is going to close our month out, Cappies, and it's going to take us from the 23rd through the 29th, what you are experiencing this week from the person that you are connecting with's perspective. I'm going to let you know, if you are one of my members, you already know this, but you guys showed up and showed out, and I am going to do something special for my caps. So the extended bonus, I'm sorry, two totally different things. The bonus reading that my paid members get is going to be slightly longer, okay? And there is going, and the general reading snips now. I said I was going to wait and make this announcement, but the general energy that I didn't do this month because I broke these videos down for you guys weekly, I am going to continue to do the What Aren't They Telling You weekly. I am going to do the monthly general energy readings that I normally do for you guys, and I am going to split them up into topics. So we're going to cover singles, we're going to cover work and career, and we're going to cover love energy, but not tarot related. I will split it up. So you'll see if you're interested, you'll see. This is going to drive me nuts, so I'm just going to tell you it's going to drive me nuts. Okay, so I have a lot to cover. Again, what aren't they telling you for the beautiful sign of Cap, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? North Node and South Node caps 2. If you have it in either one of those, there are still a lot of lessons. And for this particular reading, I do feel like it is targeted for my North Node, South Node placement individuals. Why? The telltale signs in this particular reading as you've closed this month, as you have done your work, Capricorn, as the partner, the person that you're connecting with has done their work, the ups and downs, all of the extraordinary placements that's been taking place, hitting you right in the heart, hitting you in your relationship sector. And I'm trying to hold it together for you guys because when I was reading this energy, it hit me right in my heart for you guys. So the last time I got this emotional was the year before last. It could be my dry eye too. Was the year before last when I was reading for you guys, and it was so bad on camera that I got sick. This is gonna be like that. So it's gonna be slightly longer. So if you're interested in this, then thank you for sticking around. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. It's so deep that I took some notes to keep me on track because I wanted to let you guys know. First and foremost, the song that I think that you guys should go and listen to, if you resonate with this, I'm going to tell you now because I don't want to lose track. Two songs. An artist by the name of NIKKA COSTA, N-I-K-K-A-C-O-S-T-A. NIKKA has a song called I Gotta Know, and I want you guys to listen to that. I will try to link it below if I remember it. In that particular song, and she has to be an earth sign. Go, somebody tell me, drop in the comments what NIKKA COSTA's zodiac is, because I don't want to get on Google, because then I'm going to get thrown off. She has to be an earth sign. I resonate with the song not only because I love her, but because those lyrics resonate. I've been so strong for so long, I never needed anyone. But I've been so strong for so long, I've never needed anyone. But see, now I'm messing up. See what I'm talking about? That's why I didn't want to get on Google. But I have to tell you this part of the song. Guys, when I give you your peek of the past, I want you to know that although this person is going through it, it directly affects you, because I'm going to confirm that this is your soulmate. I'm sorry. And you know, soulmate gets thrown around, and there's not enough stock that is being paid attention to when we are talking about soulmate energy. I've been so strong for so long, I never needed anyone. But my strength is wearing out my heart. So I'm letting my guard down because I feel like I finally found somebody. But I gotta know. So I want you guys to listen to the way she sings it. It's a beautiful song. So the peak of the past tells me what's going on, and I did a summary for you guys because I get tired of everybody saying it's your soulmate. This is your soulmate. No, Capricorn. This person, if you qualify for this reading, if you have experienced the following infomercial. Lack of communication. Everything feels like a fight. Every time you try to move forward, you feel like you're taking one step back. Every time you try to be level-headed and deal with a situation and put forth a solution, your person that you're dealing with jacks it all the way back up. It seems like you can never get right. Naturally, you want to walk away. It's the only thing that makes sense to a earth sign, namely Capricorn right now. I'm not going to even get into Taurus. Okay, that's already posted. So if you are a Taurus and you're catching this because you have some Capricorn in your chart or you're connecting with a Cap, go watch that video. Your struggles have been highlighted specifically. If every time you open up your mouth, they take it wrong. Well, I'm going to let you know why. This person is mutable, fire, water, or air. What qualifies at, well, actually, mutable signs, period. This is a mutable person. It could be mutable air of Gemini. It could be mutable water of Pisces. It could be mutable fire of Sagittarius. And it could be mutable earth of Virgo. Could be Virgo as well. This is a mutable person. I feel like the person does, if they're one of those in the sun sign, that's, this is the Knight of Cups, okay? This is influencing all of the energies that I'm going to tell you when I get to the main energy up there. I just wanted to point out you're dealing with a person that has a cross of some type of mutable energy in their chart. I really do feel like it is, this is Knight of Cups energy. I liken that card as a reader to the Pisces energy. This is a individual who is in love with love. The problem with this is, for you, my level-headed Capricorns, is that it's too all over the place for you. And that causes an issue. But when I tell you that you found your soulmate, I want you to understand what this past life card means. You've known each other before, and I'm going to let you know why. What is clarifying this is my Ten of Swords. Well, you already know that my Ten of Swords is bottoming out. That is mental. Mentally, you are dead, basically, to the point where you can't even get a thought to stick. You can't even get a thought to stick. Something about the person feels familiar, but something feels foreign at the same time. You can't quite put your finger on it. What in the hell is this, Marve? Well, I got some answers. Capricorns, you're probably not going to like it, but I do attract an enlightened crowd. So I'm hoping that you just give me a moment and let me get through this, because I don't want to cry, okay? First of all, when I'm talking about a Ten of Swords mentality, you feel like a victim. You feel like there's nowhere else to go. You feel like you took a back seat to what you wanted and you allowed someone else to go first. And now where did that get you? Now, Capricorn, that's not normally what you do. Okay? You have other things in your chart. This is going to drive me nuts. You have other things in your chart, and it's making you, it's influencing that, and it's making your, either you have other things in your chart that is either mutable or some type of tender moon, okay, a water moon, or the love of this person in this experience has made your good judgment take a back seat. And I feel like the majority of you probably agree with that part. I get a lot of Capricorn readings lately. And I'm telling you guys that you just can't figure out what the hell this is. Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you one more time. First and foremost, when we're talking about that Ten of Swords, that's what we're talking about as far as our thoughts. When we're talking about judgment, though, this is either making the judgment, this is feeling reborn, hearing the call, or finding absolution. Let me let you know, I'm going to throw this piece out. When I was tapping into your energy, I got peace. Well, 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 I'll be down. Judgment came. When you find absolution, it's like pardoning yourself. It's like forgiveness. It's releasing the guilt. It's releasing the obligation. It's taking away the punishment. It's hearing a call. It's feeling reborn. It's being born again. Let's talk about past life relationship for a second. Why? Why does this feel like this? That's because you knew this person in your past life. This person is your soulmate. You guys met in a past life, and you are here right now, and nothing is going right. Nothing. That's because you guys have unfinished business, okay? There needs to be forgiveness. There needs to be learning. There needs to be patience. You came together to learn those lessons. You recognized each other instantly. It felt natural for you, right? You were like, wow. You know why it felt natural? And it felt very romantic. It also felt, you guys have a great sexual chemistry as well. You know why? Because that's your soulmate. Why is it not working? Well, you were sent to that person to learn the lesson. Now, I've talked about this with my clients before. And it's always, well, the person was either a lesson or a blessing, Marve, or, you know, or I'll say that. But honestly, it's not as just simple as that. Regardless of whether there's a lesson or a blessing, whichever one you decide to resonate with, there still needs to be some type of closure. And more importantly, before you can close it, you actually have to learn the lesson and accept the blessing. You can't just be like, oh, well, it's either one of the two, and then think you're going to walk away. It's not going to work. You have to, it's not a crystal ball, but you're not going to get away. When you walk away from a connection like this, those emotional doors are still open, Capricorns. Now, I'm telling you what these two cards right here is what I feel like has been happening between the both of you. Now, if you just give me a little bit more time, I'm going to get through this, I promise. So, with this past life relationship again, you guys can't stay away from one another. You can't make a damn decision and make it stick, Capricorn. You too. Absolutely. The reason why is because there's such a pull. It defies logic. It defies logic. It's like the logic that a Capricorn has, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, right? So you keep trying to apply them dollars and cents to this, and that don't make no sense, right? It doesn't make sense because it defies all logic that you have in your head, Capricorn. This person is just as clueless. I'm trying to give you the tools so you can understand why you can't stay away from this person, or why this person is still in your energy, or why you can try to walk away and do your Nine of Pentacles thing where you're the single lady or the single man and you're going to focus on the coin. And you want to know why? Well, that's because you guys are not done. That's why. Okay? Whether or not you're going to be with this person for the long run, whether or not this person is going to be your life partner, there are spiritual lessons, personal lessons and growth that needs to take place. Let's move on. And in the past, we are also talking about a reconciliation. Reconciliation is being clarified by the Queen of Wands. Now, my Queen of Wands in this particular deck, if I'm not mistaken, this is a blended deck. You guys want to know what it is, hit the description box so you can know the name of the deck. This is also, this is the, Queen of Wands. It means courage or strength. I'm not going to go into the energy of the Queen of Wands because I really want to deal with this. And yes, it was a reluctant reconciliation on your part because of that magnetic pull. You don't know why you're saying yes. You honestly don't know. It pisses you off. You don't know why you're saying yes, but you keep going back. And don't make this fit if it doesn't fit. I'm not talking about some immature, no. These are, I'm talking to grown-ups. And I'm not saying that grown-ups are perfect, but I'm not talking to drama, feel toxic. I'm talking about regular people, get up and go to work every day, taxpayers, and you just can't get right. It feels like no matter what you do. Yes, nobody's perfect, but I'm not talking about extra drama, somebody fighting you and doing things that you need to walk away from. So if you're watching this, please don't make that fit. Okay, so it was a reluctant reconciliation. You still did not want to come back in your mind. Your mind. We always talk about your mind. Your heart is bound to this person. So they came back, grabbed you back in. This is what you guys have been dealing with. So now that I've went through that, let's move it along. So with that being said, I've given you the energy that's influencing it and who you may be connecting with. Then we have the Nine of Wands. Here we go with more 9 energy. So we've moved through all of the wands and now we're at the 9. We're at the wounded warrior. We have a little bit more left though. You're not done. It's like your heart space, you may be sick. Nothing tastes good. The lessons that need to be learned, you're not done. The lessons that need to be done, that needs to be learned, are not quite done yet. I'm going to get to death, and I'm going to tie death and judgment together because they really mean the same thing. In this particular reading, they are very, very similar. But we're talking about this, and you know, this is the Sun card. So we have fire energy, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and of course, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with the 9 of Wands. And that's the wounded warrior. You are beat, bruised, battered. It's like you are fighting for your life, but you're fighting for your heart. You really, Capricorn, what they're looking at right now is the fact that you guys are experiencing this past life thing differently. You didn't know what it was. You just knew you loved the person. But actually, the person is realizing it more and more. And you're going to start to see a difference in their behavior because they're starting to see you pull away and trying to get your single lady, single man on. And they don't know why yet. They just know that they're being guided not to let you go. And if you ask them, why don't you want me to leave? Tell me why. They can't give you a good explanation because it's the judgment. What is needed here is rebirth and a fresh start. And there's gonna be several incarnations of that rebirth and fresh start until there is some type of acceptance. Acceptance of what? Each path is different, okay? What I would say when I get to this death card is that some of you guys may have to get a past life regression and find out the lessons that you and this person, when you guys met and you know, there was unfinished business, you have to figure out that on your own. I can't help you with that part. In the heart of the matter, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with the Ace of Wands. A new passionate beginning, and passion doesn't even begin to explain the yearning and the magnetism of this connection at all. It just doesn't even scratch the surface, but I'm telling you, I tried to break it down as best I could. This is also strength. So we have a double confirmation of strength and courage. We also have the Sun card, which was that 9 of Wands. And I'm sorry, this is the Sun. And we're going to turn, oh, it's lips on both sides. Oh, okay. So with that being said, you make the person very, very happy. They know it. But then there's a false self-mask. There is selfishness. There is operating in one's own self-interest with the 7 of Swords. But this is also the Chariot. Okay? This is the opposite energy, which goes right back to the fact that you're dealing with some type of twin something. For some of you, it could be a twin flame. What I'm talking about is that one day is one way, one day is the next way, up and down. Same way with the Chariot. Which way am I going to go? Today, I am this way. And tomorrow, it's all about us. And that is something that they need to learn. That mutable energy and how to balance it is something that they have to deal with. And you being always in the know, knowing what you want, Capricorn, being very firm, not dealing with the bullshit, excuse my language, guess what you have to do? Learn how to not only be a little bit more mutable, but you also have to learn your lessons. And with having that firm energy, you need to incorporate some type of balancing of going with the flow. So you guys are walking the same path, but it's going to lead you to the same outcome, but you have different paths to get there, okay? Chariot, Cancer energy, okay, as well. Then, after the deception of wearing a false mask and not wanting to let you know how they're really feeling about this and what they're going through, but yet they still want to move forward, which makes no sense to half of you, then we have the 8 of Swords. More in your head energy. I feel like this is definitely for Libra because this is also justice. But before we get into justice, I just talked about this, I believe, in that Taurus and that Libra video. Here we go. The Libra, this is the time the Libra into this, Capricorn. That fear den. This person has created a fear den. And that's a den of fear. It is in their own head. It's surrounded by their swords that they put there, and they can kick those swords down and undo that blindfold and walk into this when they've learned the lesson. And like I said, 2 people on the same page here. You're going after the exact same thing, but it's slightly different and altered for your specific path based on what you have to do. But this particular reading, you guys have to do the exact same thing. This has to be done together, okay? Justice. So some parts of this is going to be very just for you. The fear is going to come off because the fear is not going to come off. I'm making it seem like it's a garment. But actually, it's a mask. It's going to slowly, and it probably already is. Top of the deck energy, we're talking about the transformations. That's where I'm going to tie in that fear. The fear is going to begin to melt off of this person. Because what needs to happen is you guys need to actually start doing your past life work, which is to forgive and learn. You have to forgive each other. The reconciliation help you to achieve some closure with respect to the past. You have to, there's going to be seeing more about yourself and see your relationship patterns clearly. Your person definitely is doing that. They're starting to understand the role that they played. This is taking care of unfinished business, making peace, okay, forgiving and learning. The 4 of Swords indicates quietly preparing to do this. You have to be open to the blessings and the lessons that come, the lessons and the blessings. There's a lot of defensiveness between you guys. There's a lot of fear. You need to learn patience, both of you. What they're not telling you this week is whatever this last big blow up was between you guys, something happened that seemed like it was the end of the world, to the point where you were about to really try, you were going to catch a case, Capricorn. It's not over. It's not over. When we start talking about what you want to do, you want to go off into this Nine of Pentacles and do your own thing and possibly explore what's out there. Not gonna happen. This new love has nothing to do with a new love. This new love actually is all about validating that your connection is real. Validating that when this person came into your life and stirred your romantic interest, that this was real. Okay? Validating that this is past life. Validating that, you know, you need to experience spiritual lessons, growth, and you need to experience your personal lessons as well. Now, this is when it gets tricky. For some of you guys, this is validating that this connection is real. And for others of you, this is a brand new person. Okay? I'm letting you know right now that for those of you who have walked away from this person in this particular reading and let this new person come in, you're going to be pulled back because those emotional doors are open. It's not done, okay? For others of you, if you have accepted the lessons and the blessings and there is an open, and I'm not saying that the person needs to give you permission to walk away, but I am saying that just because they were not doing what you're supposed to do, that's a part of the struggle. That's a part of the lessons that you both made in this past life relationship that needs to be handled. You're not done with those lessons. If you walk away before the lessons are complete, then you block your blessings. And if you think that this new person is going to come in and when you have those, because you'll attract that new love because the emotional door is open, but it's not for the new person. It's not. Okay? This could be the one. Absolutely. You've already, and I'm going to do you some favors. I'm going to do you some favors. Listen, it's better to confront the issues within your present relationship that left your emotional doors open for someone else in the first place. Going back to that new love, okay? This could be the one. It's self-explanatory, but I'm going to read it to you anyway because I never read this book. And I'm telling you, I feel like, listen to this. And when I seen this, I was like, this is just, it's too real. You've met the person, obviously, right? Perhaps you've already met him or her, obviously. You're not recognizing or enjoying the full potential of this person in this relationship. Sometimes we may overlook someone who is meant for you because you have a different idea of what your partner should look like. Take a moment to consider who it might be, okay? That is what I'm telling you. Trust this, okay? Trust it. This honeymoon, I tell you guys all the time. The love needs to be nurtured. There needs to be a trip that's going to reignite this love between you guys. I promise you. Listen to this. For it indicates a getaway in order to nurture this love. Okay? Now, of course, it means different things. I don't feel like there's no marriage here. I don't feel like nobody is honeymooning. This pertains to this energy, okay? And then we have make the effort. There is action that needs to be taken here. Action that needs to be taken. Action. And it needs to be taken on both of your behalf. I do feel like this particular closing this month out in Mercury retrograde is very much so about you. Some actions are necessary in order. Listen, you receive this card because some action steps on your part are necessary in order for your prayers about your love life to be answered. Both of you guys. Do you understand? Spirit put this person in your life. Now it's time for some action to take place. Okay? Capricorn, your person got this particular card because they haven't been listening. They haven't been listening to what this judgment was. They haven't been doing the work. But I'm telling you that that's about to change. Peace is being requested. You're going to get a phone call, some type of offer. When I say offer, peace offering, to bring this to a place where someone doesn't know what to say, but they don't want to not be, I don't know, I don't want to say cool. It doesn't feel right for you guys not to be in harmony. It doesn't feel right. Even if things are not 100% great, it just doesn't feel right to be at odds like this. There was a blow up, okay? This is your person. That death card. Death and judgment, fresh start, rebirth. There's a sadness, there's a reluctance to end this, but there's a sense of completion. Death is about endings and beginnings. Let's tie that Scorpio energy back in there, okay? I'm going to go ahead and give you this. And okay, success. Absolutely. I know that there is no greater goal than the love. They are realizing that now. What they're not telling you. Everything, oh my God, discipline. If that's not 9 of Pentacles, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. When it comes down to accomplishing things, you are stronger than them. And they have deep regrets, okay? I know that I cannot change the past. They took you for granted. They did not put in the pinnacle the way that you did. They took it for granted. They learned their lessons a little bit slower. But now what? Now what, Capricorn? We're going to go ahead and finish this in the extension. I feel like you guys are at the bottom of the bottom now. You can't go anywhere up but to the top after this. This is the bottom of the barrel. There's so much lessons. There's so many lessons that has to be learned, but there are so many blessings if you stick it out. Now, whichever side of the coin that you're on, if you're those Capricorns that has walked away, I've already told you, you need to really close this chapter first. This person is not going to allow you, they're going to stay in your energy. They're not going to put a gun up to your head and say, Capricorn, you're not about to mess with anybody else. But you're not going to be able to get right in that other relationship until you make this one right. I'm just going to say that. Since I know I can be real with you guys, you do not like smoke being blown up your ass, and I don't like to do it. I'm the same way. Capricorn moon is here. So, with that being said, thank you so much for allowing me to get through that. If you resonate with that, that's fantastic. I am going to go a little bit more deep and into depth in this in the extension. We are going to clarify each and every one of these cards, Caps, as you know. Then we're going to get 3 possible outcomes with the Angel Answer Oracle. And then we're going to get thoughts, feelings, and actions with the Island Time Wellness cards. I say that all the time. I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to call this. What they're not telling you, though, is that, ultimately, they just can't let you go and they don't know why. I don't know. I mean, this isn't a Hollywood script. This isn't a rom-com, a romantic comedy. This is real. And they don't know why yet. But they're not going to let you go. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. I tried. Ooh, I got through that. All right. I hope it made sense. I just want to put out there that I do see justice here. Some of you guys are probably going to be going to justice of the peace. The person might just say, F it, let's just go. Nobody but us. Just me and you. That's it. Let's just do this. So And then your honeymoon will be your actual honeymoon, okay? So, like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. If you're interested in the extension, then I will see you there. Thank you. Ooh, that took a minute. That took a minute. But thank you for allowing me to get through it. And I will see you. What am I going to leave you with? Well, I think I'm going to leave you with this honeymoon card. There you go. Bye, Caps. See you guys next week.